Hey guys, sorry I'm a couple minutes late. I was having some technical difficulties this morning, but we are painting our watering can, which we cut out last week live. If you missed that, the replay is in Facebook videos. So just click on over and you can cut yours. I'm going to tilt my camera down. I realize this is upside down, but I can't paint upside down. So anyway, we're just going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to tilt the camera down so you can see the whole project. I will not be able to see your questions while I am painting, so just leave them in the comments and I will go back and answer them a little bit later. Okay, first things first, I'm going to put my apron on because I don't want paint all over me. So let me grab my apron. I've got the small one. I think I got the one that fits Kinsley's neck. So let me grab that, and then we're going to grab our colors. And you can do these any color that you want to. My original, I did the watering can in gray, and then I did gray polka dots over the top of it. So it was kind of like the galvanized look. And that's what I'm going to do with this one. But basically today we are base coating the whole thing. We're getting all of our colors on, and then next week we'll come back and we'll add all the details to make it pop. So this week, because I am limited on time with children at home, I'm just going to put all of the main colors on. And you can see when I traced my template onto my board last week, I went ahead and I traced my lines so that I know where to paint. So if you didn't do that part, you can set your template right back on top of your board and you can trace. Okay, so I've got some green. That's where I'm going to start. I've got my microfiber towel. I've got my paint brushes, and my water cup. And then I have extra paint brushes over here. So let me grab, oh, my favorite ones are back here. Let me move this cup closer. Y'all let me know what you're up to. I'd love to answer some questions later. And just so y'all know, we are opening the virtual paint party back up next month, April 20th. And we have some new, fun, exciting stuff coming. So I can't wait to show y'all all the new stuff. But for now, let's get to painting. All right, so I've got a very used paint palette right here. I'm just gonna grab my gray and I'm just gonna start painting. Now you can switch to a bigger brush, but I'm just gonna try to do most of the work with this same brush. This is a triangular 5/8. So it's the triangular handle, a flat brush, and it's a 5/8. So I'm just going to put this coat of paint on. Now I turn my brush sideways whenever I want to get these lines. So let me show that to y'all. So I turn it sideways and I just run along this edge, letting my brush make that line. So I get that good crisp line. Now come back here. I don't want too much paint. You want to put your paint on in thin coats so that it can dry and you can put another layer on. You never want to paint wet on wet when it comes to acrylics, because that causes the acrylics to mix and instead of lay on top of each other. And it also gets kind of gritty on your board if it's partially dry and you go back over it. So you can see that's really good coverage right there. I'm only going to have to do one layer. Now, if you missed the cutting last week, that video, like I said, is in the Facebook Lives. But I don't know if y'all see, but I actually broke my sign last week. And so I did a repair video on how to repair a wooden door hanger because I didn't want to throw this away. This was a big sheet of wood. So I didn't want to throw it away. And so on my YouTube channel and on my blog coming on Friday will be a how to repair a wooden door hanger. so that you can salvage it if you are like me and you accidentally break it while you're cutting. It just got really weak where my table was kind of shaking with my jigsaw because I was using a portable, like just a card table, so that I could record it live, because if I go inside that metal building to try to record, it doesn't get very good reception. So I'm just going to keep painting. So if you're just joining us, we're base coating our door hanger that we cut out last week. This template is on my website under Shop Wooden Door Hanger Templates. It is the watering can with flowers. I also sell the blanks, so you can purchase one there if you'd like. But I did teach you last week how to cut it yourself. So if you have a jigsaw at home, or you're running to the hardware store because you need some other supplies, obviously, craft supplies are not really life-sustaining, even though I kind of feel like they are, because they crafts pull me out of dark places when I get sad. I don't know about y'all, but I tend to need that creative break, especially when I'm just at home days on end. All right, I need a little bit more gray. The gray that I'm using, oh, it's a lot more gray, it's a Doris color. I have this whole set. I sell these, a whole set of like 14 or 16 bottles, and this just says gray. So this is a Doris color, which is the Michaels wholesale brand. So if you are, if you're used to shopping at Michaels, it would be their Craft Smart brand in gray. I'm trying to decide what color flowers I want to do, if I just want to do a couple or if I want to do one of each color. I want to make it just like the other one. Can't decide. Okay, so I've gotten a good coat on all of this. Make sure I didn't miss anywhere. Make sure I've got all my that I don't have any big clumps of paint, because those take forever to dry. So don't want any of that. Now I'm going to wash this brush. Now guys, to wash my brushes, this is very controversial. I push mine down in the water to get all that paint out, and then I take it onto my microfiber towel and I wiggle it back and forth to put my bristles back the way that they're supposed to be. All right, so now I'm going to go to my green and I'm going to go ahead and paint my leaves. Now, if you do cut your own wood, you do want to wrap your paint around the edges so that, let me wipe that off, so that you kind of seal those. We're actually, at the end of our project, there's a sealant that I recommend to keep your sign as weatherproof as you can get it. Obviously, if you have a covered porch, your sign's going to last longer than if it's out in the elements. But there is a product that I recommend to keep it lasting longer. So you can size down a brush if you'd like to. I am just going in with my big brush since I'm just kind of base coating. I'm just going slow. I'm turning it to get those lines and get in those little crevices. And once we get all the different colors on today, we will be letting our sign dry, and then I will be coming back next week and we will be making all of the fun details so that it pops. So really this is just kind of the first step in painting. That's what we're doing today, and then we will continue on next week. So, funny story, while I'm painting all this green, I decided in January that I wanted to grow my hair out because it's been pretty much the same for like 8 years, and I was just kind of tired of it, even though it's super easy to do. And I'm super OCD, so I have to wash my hair every day, which is not good for thick curly hair, which is what I actually have. So anyway, I decided that I was going to grow my hair out. Well, let me just tell y'all. I went the first 2 months, so in January and in February, and she didn't cut any length off. She just kind of trimmed and kind of shaped it up a little bit and thinned it out. Because, like I said, I have super thick hair. So, and that was January and February. Well, in March, I was supposed to get a haircut, and I got back from my 40th birthday trip, which my aunt took me to New York City. And all of this Corona stuff hit, like, while I was traveling. So I did not get to get my hair cut when I got back because I had been to New York City. So fast forward a month, which is about what it's been now, and I was starting to get like a mullet in the back. I don't know, y'all feel me. And I see all these memes on Facebook that are like, what we're all gonna look like when we come out of this quarantine, and it's all the home haircuts. Guys, I cut my own hair last night. I legit cut my own hair last night. Anybody else done that yet? Like, have you gotten desperate enough to cut your own hair? I need to know. So I cut the back by myself. I tried to talk my husband into it, and he told me that nothing good could come of that. And he's probably right. So anyway, I cut it last night, and I think I did okay. I can't really see the back, but I don't think I have a mullet anymore, so that's always a bonus. What crazy thing have you done during this quarantine that you're like, that you swore you would never do? I gotta know. I also, I don't know if you can see, but I love to have my nails done. Thankfully, I can do those at home. But yeah, I feel like lost in this quarantine. I hate that I can't see other people. So this hanging out with y'all is super important. Super important. And make sure you ask questions. Talk to me. Can't wait to read the comments later. Find out what all of you are up to. Are y'all going stir crazy? Do you have questions about how to paint? I am here to help. And if you want to join the wait list for the virtual paint party so you know when it reopens, you can just go to my website, kinsleyscreativepalette.com. And, oh, you know what? I think that was one big petal. And click on virtual paint party, and then there should be a link so that you can get on the wait list. I think I made those petals kind of funky, so let me fix those. All right, so I think this is going to be a petal. Yeah, let's do that. And then I think this is going to be a petal. Yeah. I'll have to come back and touch that up right there. So it will be two different petals. But just going to get this coat of paint on. When you jump on, say hi. We are just base coating today, and then we're going to come back on Thursday next week, and we're going to add all of the details to bring the sign to life. This is a super fun project that you can do, like, 10 minutes to put your template together, 10 minutes, maybe 30 minutes if you're not used to using a jigsaw and you have to get all your stuff set up. and then another hour and a half or so to paint. I'm gonna break mine into, you know, pieces, but you can do it however. Uh-oh, I think something just happened on my screen, but I don't know what it is. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys a technique for making sure, like when you're using a certain color, let's say red, right now I'm gonna talk pink, and I want my pinks to coordinate but not be the same. I'm going to add a little bit of white, because by adding white, instead of grabbing another bottle of paint, like I have, let me show you. I have these two pinks in my drawer, but by grabbing another bottle, these undertones may all be different. And so I don't want it to look bad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix the pink and the white together. And it needs to be significant enough that you can tell it's a different color. So I probably need to add a little bit more. So I'm just squirting some white in there and mixing it up. Normally I use the back of a paintbrush to do this, not the actual bristles, but because then I get a ton of paint in my brush. All right, so right now I have a lighter pink. Okay, you can see the difference in that pink. It's in the same color family because all I did was add white, but it gives me a whole new color to work with. Getting all this paint off my brush. I hope that that is helpful to someone. You don't need a ton of paint colors. You just need to learn to work with what you have and kind of mix it up. But the worst is when you're painting something and you pick 2 or 3 paint colors that are in the same, like the same red. Like you want 2 or 3 colors of red, or 2 or 3 yellows, or 2 or 3 oranges. And you put them together and their undertones are all different and they just don't look good together. So that's why if you'll get in the habit of just mixing white, or even mixing like, you know, black or dark gray, if you're trying to take your colors darker, then you'll end up staying in that same color family with all those same undertones. Okay, now we're gonna go even brighter. So I'm gonna do those two, and now I'm gonna mix more white. Guys, I mixed way too much paint, so you don't need this much. But I'm basically just pulling a little bit of pink in to this white. So now it's like a super light pink. So now I have 3 pinks, all in the same color family, from 2 bottles of paint. And it's okay if you still have a little bit of the other colors in your brush. You noticed I did not wash my brush because I was using all the same color family. All right, so I think that's it. So I'm gonna grab my paint, and I'm gonna go around the outsides while we're still live. Let's see. And friends, I know I told y'all the virtual paint party's opening back up next month. Well, yeah, I guess April is. Wow, I can't believe it's already almost April. I'm going to wash this brush, but we are adding a whole new component to the virtual paint party. If you're already a member, it's included in your membership, and I can't wait. I will be revealing all of that very soon. I actually talked about it a little bit in our paid group today, so I see a couple of you that are in my paid group on here, so make sure you check out that video because I posted some supplies that it would be really good to have on hand. So when you're making your grocery list and you're going to the big box store for your necessary supplies, you might want to run by the craft aisle or the kids paint aisle and grab a few things. So just so you know, there's a whole new component. The price will not change for current members. They get all of it included. New members coming in, we have not decided yet if we are going to be making a change to the price or if we will leave it the same for now and bump it later. So keep your eye on that. I can't wait. It's going to be super exciting. And it's something that, I'm getting paint everywhere. It's something that several people have emailed me and asked for, and I just decided to take the plunge, and by golly, we're going to do it. So excited. Can't wait. I'm just painting my edges. If you see anywhere else that needs extra paint, like another layer that's already dried, you can totally do that right now. And that way, when we come back next week, all we have to do is add all of our accents. A lot of times when people are painting door hangers or they want to paint a door hanger, they look at it and they're like, oh my gosh, that's so much work. I've got to get the template, and I've got to cut it, and I've got to do all the things. But by breaking it into smaller bite-sized pieces where you just need 20 or 30 minutes at a time, it makes it so much more fun. Now, if you are like me and you used to craft at your dining room table, and obviously it's a lot to get things out for 20 or 30 minutes, I highly recommend one of those, and I've shown them in several of my videos, the rolling cabinet or those like craft carts, because then you can put all your stuff in the drawers and roll it right into a coat closet. It takes up about as much space as a vacuum, and you can still hang your clothes above it, like your coats and all of that, but I highly recommend that because it only takes about 5 minutes to throw all your supplies back in, put it back in that cabinet, and be able to, or closet, and be able to use that dining room table again for eating or working puzzles or whatever it is that your family needs it for. Right now, my family is using it for homeschool. So my kids have a computer there, and they are getting all of their work done on that. Just getting these edges. So Facebook has not shown me any comments. If you guys have commented, thank you. I can't wait to come back and read. If you did not comment and you have questions, let me know what they are, and I will jump on later on and answer. I'm dying to know, though, if anybody else has cut their own hair. Oh, and if you are a girly girl like me and you like to get your nails done, but all the nail salons are closed, and you want to see how to do your own nails at home, I will be going live on my Color Street page, which is how I do my nails, at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time today, and I would love to have you meet me there. Okay, friends, let me turn this around so you can see how far we've come today. I need to look at the clock. It's 11:28. Guys, we painted this base coat in like 25 minutes. All we have to do now is add all the fun. So seriously, you could probably paint this whole sign in less than an hour. All right, friends, I will see you guys back. Oh, let's see if I can tilt my phone. I'll see y'all back next Thursday. Actually, I'll be here. No, next Tuesday, we'll be here to finish this. But Thursday, we're doing another kids project, and it's going to be an Easter egg this time. So if you have kids at home, grab your watercolors. You can grab your acrylic paint, grab your mixed media pad or cardstock, whatever you have, and come paint with us on Thursday. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.